Hey everyone, welcome to the live stream. Hope you guys are good wherever you are. Oh, we got some good people here. 5 people already. That is awesome. Happy Halloween, everyone. Aldadumbabla. I think that's your name. Is that German? Might sight. Hi. Whiskey Whiskey. Good to see you, mate. Happy Halloween. We've got George here. He's actually not in as bad mood as he was last week, and you can guess what he's dressed up as. He's like a fluffy Ewok. I don't know if you guys got that, but that's what I think he looks like. I hope you guys are excited for the giveaway today. Let me know if you have any questions up on the screen. Skeeter, great to see you, mate. Reaper, awesome to see you as well. You probably know, but this is going to be the giveaway item. So I'm going to go through that in a second. But I really would just like to hear what's going on with you guys. I'm going to do the giveaway. So I'm going to do the draw for that. If you haven't done that, I'll quickly run through it, but I know it's getting very boring. It is German. Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. I thought it was German, and luckily I was right because I used to live fairly near Germany. Been there a couple of times. In fact, my dad was actually born in Germany in '59, so I visited a couple of times, but not spent much time there. But yeah, basically, I'm going to do the giveaway, do the draw, run you guys through that quickly. I know it's boring, so I'm going to try and keep that quick, and then actually Then actually what I'm going to be doing is, I thought I'd do a little chat after that, and all I talk about is the Glock 26 that I love. So I thought actually I'll talk through some different Glocks, different manufacturers. So I've got a few of them here. So I'm going to kind of get your guys' opinion, what you think of them, what you would use, etc. So if you guys want to hang out and chat for that, let me know, let me know just today, and we can do that. Seen some of your videos yesterday, Real Fish. Which videos were that, mate? Was that on my private Instagram, or was that on the Six More Badger one? Just finished digging up a drainage pipe, Spongy, in the front yard. Tree roots were growing into in time for the stream. Well, you know, mate, which would you rather do? Dig up a pipe with roots in it, or would you rather be here watching the giveaway, which you could possibly win because you remember? Eric, great to see you, mate. Team Shadow, great to see you. I think we were DMing actually earlier on Discord, so good to see you, buddy. We've got a great group of people, 12 already. So what I'm going to do, guys, is run through this quickly, which, as you can probably see, is pretty cool. It's pretty cool looking. I did put a video up of this last week. Unfortunately, I was actually in Austin and then New York, so I wasn't here to kind of do a huge amount of posting on it. So I apologize for that. But I did post a couple of videos. I made sure the members were okay if this is a giveaway. And actually, the main question that I got was, is this real wood? Now, it's not real wood. However, it is good feeling. I don't know if I can show you guys here, but there's some real detail actually in the wood that you can probably see. It feels pretty solid, and there's not really any creak in it, which would give it away as plastic to me. Same with the handle, the pistol grip, as you can probably see there. It's quite a good finish. So this is all solid metal. This is all metal. Feels very kind of cold to the touch, which is nice. And actually what I quite like is this. I know all I talk about is how I hate wiring in the battery into the top of AKs, and I would much prefer to put it in a solid stock. But this stock is very cool. So this is a button right here. You push the button, and effectively this thing folds up. It kind of clicks in, and that is solid, so it won't move without you hitting that button again. But to be honest, I do quite like the feel of it. You know what I mean? I'm not the biggest AK guy, but it does feel kind of cool. And the other thing as well, with this being so far away, you can probably see the mag well here is completely clear. So if I grab the AK mag, that's what it looks like. What do you guys think? Would you run this? Are you going to win it later? Are you a member? And would you like to win this? Or are you like, if I win it, I'm going to give it away? Let me know, and I'd love to hear that. I wonder if you could be real wood to replace the plastic. That's a good question, mate. I know CYMA externals are really good, and I wouldn't see why, if they make a real version that's compatible, and it wouldn't, because actually you can see it's kind of been inserted into this location. So if they do a wood insert that's the same size, I would say that yes, you probably can. I have actually run a wood AK before that broke. I would say that make, I don't remember what it was, but it can be quite bad because the wood is heavy. So if you're banging it, scratching it, sometimes it looks good. But I've actually had ones that have cracked, and actually the wood just kind of falls off the actual AK. So I don't know whether it's better to have a wood kind of looking and kind of polymer actual construction, or if it is better to just, you know, actually have real wood. So obviously it's kind of your standard AK mag release. To be honest, I think it's very much standard AK. There's no kind of weird, not weird, there's no M-lock on it. There's no kind of rails, anything like that. You've got the front sight here, which was weird for me because I feel like, sorry, you've got the rear sight here, which is weird to me because it should be here on most rifles, but it's here because it's an AK. You have this, which you push in and you can adjust for the elevation. So if you're shooting at a target that's further away, you push this forward, it's obviously going to raise that, and it has a kind of scale on here. So if you can see that. Mike Kill, great to see you, bud. And then the front sight's right here. So if you're aiming down it, you can probably try and line that up. You can probably see there, that's the sights you're going to run. You could actually get an attachment which puts a rail on here if you want to. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. And actually what I do really think is quite good detail is if you look here, there's actually like a little cutout. So I hate the AK fire selector, but what you can actually do with this one is even when it's in that position, you can still move it. So you can still select semi-auto or auto. As you can see, it's kind of gone through that gap there, which actually I think is it's well thought out, because if actually you want to run it like this, you want to be able to change the fire mode, whether it's semi-auto, full auto, or safe. So actually it's well thought out, and I would expect that with CYMA. CYMA generally, when I first started playing, didn't have the best reputation, definitely a good price point, but not the best. The externals of CYMA and actually the quality of the internals for the price, I think is really good. If you disagree with that, let me know, but I think it's pretty good. So I've got some questions. Let's see if my comments don't get interrupted by the lack of Wi-Fi. Is that my lack of Wi-Fi? I hope the signal is looking good here, guys. I think I have sorted the screen share. So fingers crossed, guys, that I've sorted the screen share, but we've had a delay on that where it's not showing up on the actual screen for a while, and then we have to wait and we have to do that, which is a bit of a nightmare. If you're asking, Spongy Fugu is talking to Baby Ham. Yeah, Baby Ham, if you want to be in the draw every Monday, it's a different prize. Normally it's an AEG around $200. It can be a gas blowback or two. Pistol, that is. We've done a gas blowback rifle before as well. But basically, you just have to be a YouTube member. There's 3 levels. Weekly give back member. Your name is entered every week, so 4 entries a month. If you are a Badger level 1, you get extra stuff, but your name is put in twice. If you're a Badger level 2, you get more extra stuff, and you are put in 4 times. So obviously, it's 4 times the chances of winning it. At the moment, we have 23 members. So that's kind of cool. It has gone up, but it's not going up that quickly, which means that your chances of winning this are pretty high, especially if you are a Badger member level 2. And actually, I think we've had 3 people that have won this that have actually won it twice. So the odds are good, but for some reason, the same people, and I'm not making this, I'm not fixing this in any way, as you can watch it with the stream. But for some reason, the same people have won it a couple of times. So they definitely got good luck. They got good karma or whatever that is. One thing I realized recently, I was trying to work out a way to stick this up here so you guys could see it. One quite clever way of putting an AK is you almost use the mag upside down. And because it's kind of got straight edges there, it just sticks. So if you can see there, it'll just stand up, and then I can actually put the AK. This is going to fall over now, I'm doing it. You can kind of run the AK. If I can actually do it, which is now really embarrassing, so I have to stand up. But yeah, you can rest the AK basically like that, which I think is pretty cool, because you can't really do that with M4. Maybe you can, actually. Maybe you can. Jay Kornacki, great to see you, mate. Have you played with the gun full auto airsoft built you? I have, mate. Unfortunately, just because of in the last 6 months, I had my knee surgery, and actually the sights burnt down that I used to play at. So I've used it twice, I think, but I need to use it more. I actually had a sniper built for me, an HPA sniper, which I need to test first. But that DMR is insane. It's absolutely incredible. And now I've got a better scope for it. I think I'm going to be using it. It's just a matter of when. The other thing to mention actually as well is that I really like quite aggressive gameplay. So I can't do that at the moment. So I'll be using the DMR and the DMR and the HPA sniper. but I really do like running an assault rifle and I love running a pistol. So I do like the option. I do like the option of being able to fight within 15 feet. Obviously, with the DMR, it's firing at 500 FPS, so I have a 50 feet minimum engagement, which is fine. And I enjoy that kind of gameplay. But when I'm playing regularly, I do like doing the close up, running it with a full auto, really kind of seeing the people I hit. I don't know if you guys agree, but I do quite like doing that. So at the moment, I'm not running it, but I will. But it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. In fact, I actually ordered from Full Auto Airsoft something, I think it was 3 days ago. They were doing something really cool, which is like the 15 days of Christmas or 13 days of Christmas. And every day they had like a different offer or a different thing that was coming out. And because I'm so obsessed with my AAPO1 build from Hefe, they actually had one of the MP7 kind of custom built AAPO1. So I ordered one. Probably shouldn't have spent more money on airsoft, but it looked so fun, and I love my AAPO1 full auto that I just looked at it, and I want an MP7. So I was like, it looks kind of like an MP7. It's going to have the functionality of it with the high rate of fire. So I went with that. Sorry, guys, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this now because actually, Jax, you're getting annoyed. Let's get this started. My AK needs to be tricked out. Lol. Okay, TSA definitely will. Whiskey, check out LCT's key mod. Yeah, so Team Shadow, there's some cool different key mods you can run, or you basically can attach different rails to it. I don't think it looks that neat or clean, but you can do that. Good idea, Mike. I turned my 13.5 key mod LCT AK into a DMR. That sounds awesome, because I think with DMRs you mainly see the kind of M4, M16 base with a very long hand grip, front handrail, but the AK ones are rare, so I think that's really cool. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the giveaway. If you haven't been here before, what I do is I roll the dice. The dice is going to give me a number. There's 2 dice, so we can have up to 12. The minimum is going to be 2. So between 2 and 12, and the number that I get is the number of times we're going to re-roll the list. So I'm going to try and share my screen with you guys right now and show you the list. Fingers crossed this actually works. So here's the list. I need to actually quickly just, so hopefully it's going to show, guys. Please let me know as soon as you see this, is the list showing up? Because it should be now, because I think I fixed it. But if it's not, that's an issue. But what we can see here, Akrite, you're actually a new member, level 2. So I put your name in 4 times, if you can see it here. Marcus Benson, we've got all the guys here. So these are all the names. Obviously, like Joshua Land, this is a level 2, so his name's in 4 times. Banger Air, so this again 4 times. DJ 4. Joshua K is a level 1, so therefore he's in twice. So you can see, guys, here is the list of people. And you can't see it on the screen. I really hate this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this to load because it has just taken a bit longer in the past. So I'm going to leave that. So as soon as this pops up, guys, let me know. And I'm going to do the dice roll without sharing it on the screen, which I know sounds weird but basically if I share the screen to dice roll, we're going to have to wait for that. Then we're going to have to wait for the list. So as soon as this list populates, let me know. And I'm going to do the dice roll, and then we're going to re-roll this list as many times as we get the dice number. So please, guys, just let me know when that pops up. Whiskey. I can't read what you're saying because my stupid logo's in the way. But I really want to roll this. So what do you guys think about that? The Glock cock. That sounds really weird. Come on. After the stream, I'll come check it out. Whiskey. Does that mean you've got to go? I apologize, mate. If you guys have any questions for me as well, Spongy Fugu, drum roll. Yeah, drum roll until the list pops up. Nice reload. Yeah, I know, mate. I'm just pretty good at that. What I am actually going to check quickly while we're waiting for this, guys, is I'm just going to do quickly just look and make sure we've had no one else join. Because if we had someone join in the last 2 minutes or whatever it is, then I want to make sure they're included, and we haven't. So Akrite, you are the newest member. Congrats, mate. Welcome to the club where you're going to be giving away something every week, 4 times a month. We're going to have the opportunity. And I have not had any of you guys say that the list is populated. So I presume that it hasn't. And I'm really, really annoyed about this. But you know who's not annoyed is this guy. It's up. Yes, Jax. It's up. George is really annoyed now. But if you guys have anything to say to George, if you want to say hi, here he is. Want to say hi to them? Look. Oh, he's being good. He's being a good boy. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Team Shadow, for the list is up. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to show you this, but I am going to do the dice roll, and I'm going to tell you what the number is. Okay. So the dice roll, we're rolling 2 dice. Dice roll is 4 and 4. So we have 8. So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll this list 8 times. So whoever's name, I'll show you here, whoever's name is at the top of this list, right now it's Joshua Landers, and I believe Joshua Landers has already had 1, if not 2 wins on here, but at the top of that list, whoever's name is at the top after the 8th roll is going to be the winner, and they're going to win this beautiful AK from CYMA. Hopefully you think it's beautiful. Also, guys, if you have any ideas about what you'd like to win next week, also put them in the actually put it as a comment below. Because if you put it as a comment below, I can actually go back and read it as opposed to trying to remember what you guys say here. And if there's anything you've seen me win in a mystery box that you would like to win, let me know. Or if it's just an idea, like an M4 or something like that, or, you know, M4 everyone's got, so maybe not that. But if it's some kind of different, you know, a sniper or a pistol, anything like that, let me know. George says hi to all of you. So I believe Joshua K has won. Oh, sorry, Joshua Landis. You're absolutely right, mate. Sorry, I completely got the 2 Joshuas mixed up there. So hopefully, Joshua Landis, your name stays at the top of the list. But I'm going to do the roll now because I know you guys are just getting frustrated of hearing me talk. So here we go. The first randomization is... So as you can see here, guys, Mike Kill, Call Sign Aries would have won this if that was the first roll. 80 names, it believes. Yeah, 80 names. So we're going to go again. This is number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. And this is going to be it. Phantom was at the top for 7. Number 8, the winner of the CYMA Tactical, I was going to say Lance Tactical, the CYMA AK is Gulf Coast Fishing. Great for you to win, mate. You are an awesome part of our community. So congratulations, mate. Are you here, Gulf Coast? Because you normally are here in the chat, but Gulf Coast Fishing is a winner of this. I believe you're in Florida. So I'll be sending this guy out to you first thing tomorrow morning, and it's going to Florida, to Gulf Coast Fishing. So congratulations, mate. Thank you guys for putting that up on the screen. Congratulations. Actually, one thing, Whiskey, let me know, is this taking a while to load as well? So could you see me rolling it in real time as I'm talking, or was it delayed actually on the screen? Because that could be one of the issues that I'm missing here. Nabatee's Adventures, love you as well, mate. And Joshua Landers, sorry you didn't win that, mate, because actually that would have been a great one. Marcus Benson, love you as well. Eric Carter, all you guys are just awesome. Thank you for being here as well. So what I'm going to do, obviously, Gulf Coast Fishing, if you could, I don't want to damage your AK actually, so I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to give you quite a quick look at what it's going to look like with the mag in it. It is a high cap mag, just so you're aware, mate. I don't actually like high caps, as I know a lot of people don't. With a high cap AK mag, this is going to hold 400 rounds. So you could just have this mag and not need anything else. But Gulf Coast, if you are thinking, I want to get more mags for this, or I want some mid caps, then get ordering those. It's a CYMA, so I believe probably everything's going to work on it. There it is. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little thing. I'm not going to damage it though, mate, because it's now yours. So this is going to go up here very carefully. And I'm going to get that packaged in this box tomorrow and sent your way. So hopefully that is interesting for you guys. What I'm going to do right now is stop sharing the screen. So hopefully it actually shows my face and the screen is not taking ages to actually go away, because it takes ages to come onto the screen. Mark Spencer, congratulations. Thank you so much, guys, for congratulating Gulf Coast, because he's a great part of the Discord, great part of being here. It doesn't look like he's here right now, but if you guys are on the Discord, send him a message and say congratulations, because I think that would be awesome. If that guy has pinging up on his screen, congrats. I think that'd be amazing. Guys, I'm going to get onto the talking subject right now, which is going to be which Glock do you love? And I'm going to show you a few options. But what I am going to say is, if you guys are watching, or if you're watching the replay, if you're able just to leave a like, set the notifications, the alarm bell, write a comment. All of that is actually just going to push this video up. It probably is not great for everyone because it will reduce the chances of people winning, but it is going to mean that I can give away more stuff. So if we continue to grow, and I think if we get to 100 members by the end of the year, which is possible, I'm going to start doing 2 different items each week. So we can try and kind of build that up, because I still have a lot of airsoft stuff from all these mystery boxes. So I'm going to try and do that. Team Shadow, it's only all good here for the long run, and keep supporting the channel. Joshua, you're a big part of this, mate. So thank you so much. And you will get a win eventually. Your name's in there 4 times. And right now, 4 out of 80, what's that? Basically almost like a 5% chance of winning. So every 20, so every 5 months, you basically should win something with that. So hopefully that's going to be good. Hopefully you can win more than that as well. But what I'm also going to do is maybe, guys, let me know, should I do like more giveaways of small items each week as well? So I have like one main item. Obviously Gulf Coast Fishing is going to have this. But if I can do some smaller items, like some gear, maybe some patches, some pouches, I want to give the membership a lot for what they're paying. So if that's a good idea and you guys would like that, let me know. George, what do you think? He's so weird, isn't he? He's a real weird animal. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go through this quickly. I like Glocks. I didn't used to like Glocks, but what I run every single game now, which is really bad, not really bad, it's a TM Glock 26. I absolutely love it. But because I love that, I've obviously got Glock mags for it. And I do actually have some other Glocks that I've got in mystery boxes, and I've actually bought some myself. So I was always kind of, I like the 26. It's a lot shorter Glock, but there are other Glocks out there. Your standard Glock is going to be kind of this. So this is the Glock 17. As you can see, it's a Gen 4. So it's not the Gen 5. It's got the stippling here, which I don't think I really like. I actually like the Gen 3s, which don't have not stippling, the kind of finger grooves. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think it looks cooler, but actually when I'm holding it and handling it, I don't like that as much. I quite like the 3s where it's just flat here. But literally every game I go to, every place I play, most people have Glocks, I would say, as their handgun, their firearm, their pistol. Which is cool. I mean, they are very cool, but they're very common. I would say this is kind of your M4 base in the airsoft, in the pistol world. If you guys agree with that, let me know. If you disagree, I want to hear that as well. Yeah, maybe top name gets the gun, top 5 gets some patch. That's a good idea, Joshua Landers. So not re-rolling, but actually the top name gets the best, and then the top 4 after that get something. Because actually if I re-roll each time, that's just going to get so boring. So I like that idea. Maybe we do top 3. Top 1 is the big win, and then the second and the third will be a George patch combo with something, probably more gear or a cheap pistol or something like that. That might be a cool one. But guys, Landers, let me know in the Discord. Let's start that discussion in the members Discord of what you guys want. Anyway, this is we're losing people watching right now, so I need to get on with this and be fast. We were at 16, we're now down to 9. I know there's nothing to win right now, but I'm obviously getting pretty boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about this quickly, which is the 17. This one is actually, I believe, the largest Glock. So the actual slide is pretty long. There is the 18, which is, I'm going to show you in a minute, which is a bit smaller and actually has full auto. And then there's the 19, which is slightly more compact. The 17 I like. I think it's the most standard Glock. People like it. It looks cool. It's got a good length. It's very standard. Your pistol, when you're running these, it's kind of great because all the Glock mags generally work in other Glocks. So if you've got Glock 17 mags being the biggest kind of, more standard Glock mag, they're going to work in nearly every Glock. Now, I don't think I'm the biggest fan of this. It's fine. It is the standard Glock, but for me, it's not different. And for me, it's too long. It's just too big. I know that's a weird thing to say. It's a pistol, but for me, compared to other Glocks I can play with, I don't like it because it's too long. What do you guys think? Would you think this is cool because it's the longest one and actually it's the most kind of solid? No, don't say that. You can beat someone over the head with it. That's the wrong thing to say. But I don't know. It's not for me. I'll have it. It's a good thing to play around with and have some fun. But to be honest, it's not my favorite. Finger grooves just make me sweaty, Spongy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, unless you've kind of got the grip of where the grooves are going to go, which I generally do, for me, it doesn't make a difference. I would rather just have, and maybe it is because also my standard is the 26 Gen 3. Obviously, the fingers are a bit weird on that because it's a smaller, shorter pistol. But yeah, I just prefer not having them. And I know the 5's got them as well. But the other ones that we have this is a WE one, and this is an 18. Now, WE I actually really like. I think they're really well built. You've got a metal slide on the top and a polymer body, kind of like the real thing. And actually, this one's cool. I got this actually in a mystery box. The video hasn't come out yet. So here's a little teaser if you're watching this. But this is a cutout little slide on the Glock 26. The difference that I always notice with this, I'll take this mag and put it in here so we can get the weight right. But the difference I always notice with this is obviously this. If you can see there is like a fire selector. And so on the bottom here, you have 3 little dots. And if you can see that, I'll try and show you there. It's 3 little dots there. On the top, it's got 1. I'll say 2 dots. So as you can probably guess, this is single semi, and then this bottom one is going to be full auto. So you can kind of switch between the two. For me, though, if it's going to be a pistol, at most of the sites I play at, you have to go semi-auto in buildings. You're not allowed full auto. So for me, in a pistol, it's not really that relevant. The other thing is this mag is not massive. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to take a huge amount of rounds in there, which means if you're going full auto on this thing, it's literally just going to go, in fact, you want to hear it fire? Okay, that's that. And then on full auto, so that's what it's going to do. He's so pissed. George is annoyed. So basically, guys, I don't really, there's the Glock trigger, you know, the safety. Stays back. I, again, don't really like this. I think it's similar size to actually the 17. Let's have a look. It's actually exactly the same size. So it basically is just a full auto version of the 17. So if I was going to run one of them, I would run this just because you have that added, you know, extra ability. But I don't need full auto. Do you guys, would you use it? I wouldn't. However, one thing I would say is you can get these. Now, this is obviously a lot bigger than this. So if I was going to do full auto, I would probably carry one of these. I don't know if I would run it straight off because as you can see, that is pretty big. And if you're running that in a holster on your side, that is sticking out a long way, which is going to give you, I think it's about 55 rounds, which still is not huge compared to like a high cap, you know, M4, sorry, a mid cap EPM1. It's, you know, which is going to give you 200. This is going to be a quarter of that, and it's gas. So if it gets cold, the actual fire is not going to be as constant. But it does give you the option to kind of be able to use this as an actual full auto. Have you guys got these? Would you use one? I've only used it really on my smart target. I haven't actually played with one of these. And you can also get a drum mag. You know, if I was going to really go for high capacity, I think I'd probably go with a drum mag instead of this because you've still got all of that extra space. It is a bit less kind of protruding, like massive kind of on the bottom, but with that, you can get like 400 rounds, but this is only 50. As I said, I don't want to run it full auto, so it's kind of pointless, but I don't know. Looks kind of cool, looks different. You know, if you're running into a building with this, you feel awesome, but in the holster, I wouldn't do it. Right, so on to the next Glock. We've gone through the 17, we've gone through the 18, which means the 19. Again, this is actually a WE. It's quite weird, actually, because I find with the WEs, sorry, that's the 17. I find with the WEs, normally they're not allowed branding on them. They've not got the licensing. So as you can see on this one, you've kind of got that little area there where you'd usually have a logo. You'd usually have a logo on the slide. This is actually one of the licensed ones, so I'll show you that there. You see the Glock on there, and it says Glock 17 Gen 4. So it's got all of the, and that's the Glock in the handle right there, pistol grip. Whereas this is not licensed. It is from WE. They don't have the licensing, so they generally just miss out any of the logos. Now, weirdly, this is also from WE. However, it's got a licensed slide. You see here, it's got Glock Gen 19 Gen 5. So this is a Gen 5. So the Gen 5 has got rid of the stippling again. That's not right. This says it's a Gen 5, and I'm pretty sure it's just two different top and bottom thrown together because it's got no logo there. So obviously they haven't got the licensing properly on the lower, and it's running a licensed upper rail, which says it's a Gen 5, and I don't think this bottom is a Gen 5 base. I could be wrong. Let me know if you think I'm wrong or if I'm right. But this is probably what I would run instead of my 26 if I was going to. As you can see here, the actual barrel length is shorter. So it is more compact. It's not as short as the 26, but it is more compact. So you do get kind of that more compact package. So I would definitely run this, I think. You see what I mean? Like it's kind of cool where it's not as short as the 26, which I love, and a lot of people don't love that, but it's compact and small. So for me, my order of preference would be 26, 19, 18, 17. What about you? If you can, guys, put it up in the chat, but what I would really like you to do is put it in the comments below if you're watching this, because I'd like to know, am I the only one who likes the 20? Am I the only one who likes smaller getting bigger? Or do you guys like bigger getting smaller? Or does it not really matter to you? You just want to have a Glock. W got as close as they could without full trades. So does that mean, Josh, that this is allowed? Like this rail here, you can see here, Gen 5, 19, Austria, Glock. However, the lower, nothing. The actual pistol grip's got nothing on it. Is that allowed, or have they been naughty here and got this into the country in a clever way? That's what I want to know, because I feel like if they haven't got the licensing, this would still not be allowed. It's not like you can get the licensing for the rail, so for the slide, and not for the actual pistol grip. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. I use an extended mag in my PPQ and 1911. What does an extended mag look like in a 1911? Because it must be like half the thickness of this. So that's like a super thin, long mag. I don't know. Put a picture in the Discord, mate. That sounds pretty cool. I'm not a big 1911 guy just because I like my small compacts. But that does sound quite cool. WE has got as close as they could. Sorry, mate, I'm reading that again. I believe you're right. I don't think WE has trades. They may offer a slide separately, but I don't know. So this actually came in a mystery box from Hong Kong. So that gives you a little hint about mystery boxes. I'm not just doing Evike anymore. We're going to do some from other places like Hong Kong. So that one came in a Hong Kong box. So I know that if it's coming into the US, they have to be very careful about having the trademarks, because if it gets checked, it can be rejected or destroyed because they're not allowed that licensing in the US. A lot of companies I know a lot of countries, like if you're producing them in Japan, like Tokyo Marui, sometimes they just don't bother getting them because they don't care. But if you are exporting to the US and you've got the trades on it, you need to be careful. I don't know if it's the same in the UK. I presume it is. Okay, so 17, 19, 26, 18. So that's a mix, Joshua. 17's the biggest. Well, 17's the semi-auto biggest. Then the 19, the compact. So you basically like semi-auto, not full auto, is what I'm getting from this. And you prefer probably a larger slide to a smaller one in general. And you don't like the 18 because it is full auto kind of pointlessly. Is that right? I want to know. Doesn't matter to me. Eric, you just love Glocks or you don't like Glocks. That's what I want to know. Doesn't matter because you hate them. Doesn't matter because you like them all. Possibly Gen 5, not for prior gens. So are you saying, mate, that the Gen 5 should not have these grooves or should have these grooves? Because I was pretty sure that the Gen 4 had them and then the Gen 5 had them. They may have taken them away in the Gen 5, but I thought the Gen 3 doesn't, the Gen 4 does, the Gen 5 does. And I might be completely wrong. Yeah. I don't know. That for me is a cool looking pistol though. It's a cool looking pistol. You could still run the extended mag in it. So if you wanted to, you know, and then actually this is way shorter, which makes no difference if you're carrying in a holster because you've still got this big thing hanging out the back. And probably it's weirder because the weight is way, way further back. You know what I mean? There's not much slide weight here to keep it balanced. So you're kind of, I don't know, doesn't feel that good to me. I'd rather run a regular Glock mag, but I run Glock mags in my 26, no matter the size. I mean, a 26 with this plugged into it is going to look pretty weird, isn't it? I mean, it's like the shortest little pistol with this massive thing hanging out the bottom, but you can do it. And actually, because I've got the MP5, the AAPO1 based MP5, MP7 coming, and I've got the one that Hefe Hefe built me. This is useful. You know, this is actually something I use for that because they're actually kind of more SMG size rather than being a pistol. And actually that in the bottom of the SMG, even if it's semi-auto, it feels a lot more natural to me because the actual weight is here as opposed to being on one hand, or one hand with this hanging out the bottom. I don't know if you agree. One other thing I'm actually going to say, guys, is that I've got mystery boxes coming up. Yeah, not opening them. I've actually got mystery boxes for you guys to buy. So I've teamed up with Hefe. Hefe's done some great stuff. He's really good in the Discord. He's got a great online website where you can buy airsoft stuff. And I think he does really well. He built me the most ridiculous custom done AAPO1 kind of extended thing that I showed you in 2 videos ago. But what we're going to do, I've sent him a load of my wins from mystery boxes. And so we're going to do, I think it's probably about 25 boxes, but they're all going to, we haven't decided all the specifics yet, but there's going to be some really good prizes for the price because I've got them at a cheap price. So therefore you guys get the option to get them at not the actual cost price, which is the full price that you would normally pay. And he's going to put some extras in there. But it's going to be similar where I think you know the potential wins, and I'll give you guys a heads up on when that's going to be. I'll do posting on the Instagram. I'll do posting everywhere. But is that something that's exciting for you, or are you like, you know what, I'm not really that bothered. I've got enough mystery boxes to buy elsewhere. So therefore stop wasting my time, because those ones are going to come with George patches. They're going to come with 6mm Badger patches, both of them. So you're going to get 3 patches in each one of those boxes, which I think is pretty fun. But I want to know because I'm not the person who's going to be buying these, obviously. So if you think the value's there, great. If you don't, I want to know. So Joshua says, you're right. So I presume that means that the Gen 5, the Gen 5 should have that. So it almost to me, mate, looks like they've just taken a base from a Glock, any random Glock, and then they've taken a licensed, well, no, because actually this is the size of a Gen 19, but a Glock 19. So it looks like they've just taken a standard unlicensed bottom base to it, pistol grip and lower, and then they've taken a Gen 5, because that's not a Gen 5. So therefore they've taken this slide separately from a different Glock Gen 3, and then they've put these together. That's what I think they've done. George, there's someone at the door. So I'm going to wrap up the stream there, guys. Thank you so... George! Stop. Okay. So I'm going to end the stream there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to have another giveaway. George. My life. I'm going to have another giveaway next Monday. So you guys are going to be excited, hopefully, to win something else. I want ideas, so put them in the comments below. Let me know which Glocks are your favorite. Sorry about this. George. So therefore, I want to know what you guys would like to win next week. As always, leave me questions. Hey. Anyway, George says goodbye as well, clearly, with all these barks. Love you all. Thank you for being part of the community. And we'll see you next week on the next live stream, and see you on Thursday for the premiere.